Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be touching on the FixMSF movement and where it currently is. Obviously, I'm a big part of that. I've been supporting it since the beginning. I think it's something that, I personally believe in. There's a lot of aspects that I think the game can be improved on, and I think the FixMSF movement is really, pushing to try to get these things done. So far, there's been a lot of what I'll say is good signs for improvements, and we're gonna go over the newest Reddit post that Shewski put up. That's kind of the current update or status of the movement. So, for those of you who don't know, we have a Discord. I'll put that link in the description below. Please come join, talk with us. If you want the most up-to-date items of what's kind of going on, what thoughts are, or anything you want to discuss or debate, etc., you can kind of come into that Discord and chat a bit, and just kind of hang out. So anyway, there's a lot to this. I'll go through the letter and then kind of talk a little bit about it, and I'll also talk about some of kind of my thoughts, and we'll kind of see how it goes. WolverThor. All right, so this is the post. It's the FixMSF 219 update. Looks like 483 upvotes in about 4 hours. Not too shabby. So still a lot of people pushing for the movement, and it's still going strong. A lot of dialogue going on with Fox Next and trying to figure out something that can work for the folks in the game, and then as well as Fox Next. So this movement is really kind of doing some good things as far as improving the game. It's been impressive to see, and for me personally, this has been one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. The collaboration, the coordination, just everything that people are talking about, and wanting to help and spread the word and share and talk about how they're changing their aspects of the game by not spending any money. It's really kind of cool to see, and it's been a supportive group of saying, hey guys, this is what you need to do. This is a good way to get out of this kind of habit, and we should feel. This is me personally saying this part is that you shouldn't feel like you have to spend in a game, and a lot of people are finding that more and more. Is like, as they're not spending, like, what, I don't need to spend on this, which is awesome. So, and it really helps the FixMSF movement, really stand their ground, which we've got to do. So anyway, let's get to this Reddit post here, okay? FixMSF 219 update. Hi FixMSFers, and this is posted by Shewski. If I didn't mention, I think I mentioned that a minute ago. We wanted to take time to review Friday's blog and explore how everyone is feeling about it and the progress made to date. The blog was full of interesting news and had some new reveals from Fox Next. The Red Star announcement had excitement surrounding it due to it coming early and being indicative of Fox Next hearing the movement and looking to make a change to a problematic aspect of the game. And this first paragraph is really critical. It's like, when that blog came out, it was a week early with the Red Star news. And, it was important to really really dive down into what was being said there and thought about, and also, just see what everyone thought. And that's kind of what's being expressed here in that first portion of it. And I'll get into kind of my feelings behind what they said in the blog a little bit later. Progress continues to be made by FixMSF and all the players who are helping spread the message and support the cause. We want to thank everyone who has helped in these efforts. It really takes everyone to be successful. And I want to, again, emphasize that. Like, every single person who's been a part of this has been helpful. Just from sharing with your alliance mates, from encouraging people, hey, that's okay, this is a way to do this without spending money, or just encouraging them to, hey, it's okay to either spend or not spend money, and not shaming them. It's really something that's helped the movement gain traction with a lot of folks and be able to be as strong as it is. And I think that's awesome. And especially in a gaming community, and even on the internet, which we all know can be, full of interesting individuals who are always trying to hate and throw shade on anything that's trying to do something that's good. Or, there's always what they call the haters. Let's see. From the original letter written by Fates until now, the FixMSF message has been based on trying to improve a game we all love that has seen too many in the community depart due to a buildup of frustrations. And I guarantee, if you've played this game, if you're watching this video, if you've been if you've been involved in this community, you know how that feels. Where you've seen someone in your alliance, a friend or an alliance mate, leave because they've just had enough and they can't play the game anymore. And that's really what it's about here, is trying to improve the game so that we don't have that, or at least have it as much. It's much more rare. And that's been peaking in the last 6 months. It's been crazy. During this time, we also continue to see that the FixMSF movement is going strong, and players are finding more and more that they do not need to spend to enjoy the game or to unlock characters. Free-to-play folks are even in Dark Dimension 3 and finishing nodes. I mentioned earlier, that people are finding that they don't need to spend. So many people have unlocked Cyclops. They're going to get him at 5 stars, which is fine. You don't, in my opinion, you don't even necessarily need him for a team that's already kicking butt anyway. And then you look at Dark Dimension 3, and you've got, one of the most high-profile free-to-play players and Big Roy Awesome in there, and I know he's at least finished 1 node. I haven't checked today, but as a free-to-play player, that's really impressive. So he's in the most endgame content, and he's a free-to-play player. So anyway, that's something to think about. There are plenty of aspects of the game that could use improvement, and we have tried to draw attention to some of the bigger ones, such as new content, red stars, gold, orange gear, character release cadence, better offers, and even season rewards. This is by no means a comprehensive list, but it should help explain why so many alliances have had to face high turnover to people leaving the game. So again, this is about improving aspects of the game. This lists some, not all, as it says, such as, and I think it addresses some of these other items here a little bit later. And it's definitely not an all-encompassing list. There's so many other things in the game that aren't mentioned here that the game could use improvement. Quality of life stuff, low quality time that's tied into that, the shelling of alliances, just those to me are like some big passionate items that I know I personally still want to see those improved. Even though it's not a part of this list, that doesn't mean they're not improvements that everybody who's involved with this doesn't want to see, or anybody in the game wants to see, or FoxNext doesn't even necessarily want to see. So hopefully we can get many things kind of resolved and fixed and the game improved. These are just a handful of them that can be mentioned. To date, the FixMSF movement has helped generate much more communication from FoxNext, and holy cow, has there ever been. And that's been amazing. But again, it needs to be more than just communication. You need to see actions in game. Helped push the timeline for improvements, and now FoxNext has made a scheduled commitment for a Red Star rework, Red Stars 3.0. It's critical that the movement continue to be able to work with FoxNext in order to make Marvel Strike Force a great game for everyone involved. It is important that we actually see improvements in the game before celebrating. There is still work to be done. And this paragraph's really talking about just like what we've seen, what the FixMSF movement has helped kind of push along in the game, from communication, from some improvements already in the game, and then a scheduled plan improvement from one of the biggest problems in the game. Again, that one's a bit off, so it's kind of what what folks will say is just talk at this point, and that's true. It's like the communication is key and nice, but you really want to see these efforts in the game first, and that's where it's like this isn't about celebrating. This is about like, look, let's just get to the end goal here, or the end game, and get the game improved in a sense where people are feeling good about playing every day. They're feeling good about the time they're spent and what they get in return. The game has received new content and an increase in orange gear, and it has been announced that the Red Star system is being presently worked on. Given the game's history, we as players still remain skeptical about the solutions being considered, and if it will indeed become a real solution to the RNG-based progression system it is at present. So what that's really saying is, like, again, kind of what I was saying before, that, there's been a history of comments from FoxNext in the past about either doing things or fixing things or their intentions of things. And then when it comes to that day, it's either not done or it's taken a long time, or what we end up getting is very disappointing. It's like, really? 3 orbs a year? Like, okay. That's specific to the medical supply challenge. And so understandably so, players are tentative and skeptical about, you know, anything that FoxNext comes out with in a blog post or a statement, etc. So it's like, look, that's great. Show me it and then prove to me, and then we can build this trust back, so to speak. And then gold remains a major pain point for most players. I could preach about gold forever. I did a gold video a while back. It is a problem. You know, anybody, you know, who's played the game can see it's a problem. So yeah, that's absolutely recognized as one of a major pain point for most players. Given all this, we are staying firm on our boycott. And again, so given all of these things we've said, FixMSF is staying firm on the boycott. Our goal has been to see in-game results, and we will not settle for words that have led to letdowns so many times before, which we've elaborated here just in a second ago. I've been talking about that for the last minute or so. We are hopeful that this is a start of a new era with FoxNext, but we need to see more before officially calling off the spending strike. And that's the end of the post. So, you know, that's a lot. It's an update from the blog post from about 5 days ago. And as this Reddit post kind of said at the beginning, you know, there was reasons that this really needed to be digested, looked at, understood, because, you know, you could look at that blog post and immediately think, oh yeah, everything. And it's like, well, hold on a second here. If you really look at this, what are we talking about? So, you know, I was pretty impressed with the patience. The folks in the movement were asking, hey, so what's the update? Where are we what are we thinking? And through all that time, we continued to talk, continued to see things, wanted to see how everybody was feeling, share their opinions, thoughts. And ultimately, at the end of the day, the FixMSF movement decided, you know what, this is appreciated. But at the end of the day, it's really just, we're talking about some words here. So let's get to the point where we get some real in-game progress that people feel good about and want to spend money and feel good about the time they're putting in game. And then the spending strike can kind of, you know, go from there. So, and it looks like there's about 122 comments. I read a bunch earlier. You know, there's a number that I still got to read through. I'm not going to go through these now. You guys can check. I'll put the link on the Reddit, on the description below. From when I looked on there before, it was like, FoxNext going the right direction. So this person's saying, for what it's worth, I think FoxNext going the right direction. Small steps, which is good. And we've got some, yeah, it's actually funny. Increase gold and, oh, this is me. I said first and I support it. People thanking us for organizing the movement and improving the game. And look, I'll end with this, is that this game's about the community, and it's about people who want to be involved in the community. It's not about people who are in this for, you know, other reasons. You know, we really want to improve this for everybody. You know, anybody who's not in it for that, you know, you take a hard look at that and, you know, motivations there. But I think that, you know, the movement still continues to go strong. The game continues to get improved because of this movement. We're getting good dialogue with FoxNext. We're hope to get to something where the point where we can call off a spending strike. But again, until we see something in game, you know, it's kind of hard to do that. So anyway, I've been probably talking too much. I wanted to share a little bit for you guys. You know, for me, again, I'm about making the game better. You know, something where we feel good about playing, and so people aren't leaving in droves because of frustration. So the movement is absolutely pushing the dial on that. FoxNext is engaged with us. We're having a lot of conversations. We encourage everybody to kind of join, and we'd love for you to be a part of the movement with us. And come join the Discord and chat with us. So anyway, until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic day.